How's it going, guys? Behind the scenes video for today, and we're looking at January for 2013. I know it's a couple days late, but we've been busy with work, so we'll get right into it. Topics for today are the Calphite King finally being released, the Haiti Wolf and Friends, Desert Area Tasks, which have been long awaited, Demon Flash Mobs, along with Squeal of Fortune and Solomon's Store, which no one really gives a shit about. Anyways, we'll get right into it with the Calphite King.
Alright, Calphite King, they say it's going to be an instance boss, which will make it a lot like the Queen Black Dragon, but you're going to be able to choose to bring a group, which to me just brings about shades of World of Warcraft. And personally, I think that having it as an instance boss is a bit of a bad idea because it's probably just going to flood rare items into the game unless the drop rates for them are super, super terrible. In which case, most people probably just won't even bother, especially if you burn out shit ton of supplies killing the thing.
Yeah, now, what I like about reading what they have here so far, they're talking about buffing the drops, along with having, like, new little minions and stuff for the Calphite King. Now, the question here is it a different little dungeon, or is it just, like, additional floors, or a little, like, shortcut to get to it from the original dungeon with the Calphite Queen right now? But what I do like to see is the Slayer tasks for Calphites are really shit right now. They're terrible XP and they drop no items. Now, this item buff they're talking about, it should bring new items into the game, along with hopefully fixing them for Slayer tasks or even buffing the XP, hopefully. Now, it's pretty much a wait and see thing right now, but with the way it sounds, these things will be higher levels than all the Calphite Queens in terms of the Guardians and the minions and just the boss in general. So it will be interesting to see what it's like for people that do slay and continue to slay after 99. Me personally, I'm just interested to see how it turns out. There is a lot of potential. The Queen Black Dragon, it turned out okay, but I think a lot of people thought it could have been better at the time. So it's pretty much just a wait and see. It should be coming out this Tuesday or Wednesday though, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, plus they did say that they're going to bring out level 90 weaponry and I think armor as well. Does it say? No, just weaponry, but they say it brings out, it's mainly focused on dual wielding with maces, longswords, and rapiers, and that's a bit concerning to me because I just got like my first chaotics when the EOC actually came out, and if they're bringing out level 90 equivalents of them, then that makes chaotics pretty much crap now, which is a bit sad for anyone who's only done dungeoneering since they improved it with the EOC.
So right now it's wait and see. Obviously when this update comes out we'll go more into it. So we'll move on right now to the Haiti Wolf and Friends. Now it's Skull and Haiti. Now I think this is the third year they've done this little random event, right?
Yeah, it's the third year. The first one was just Hattie, then they added Skull, and now apparently it's just Hattie and Skull again.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't brought in like a cousin or something of them. So
Bjorn the Wolf.
Yeah.
who helps give you Herblore experience with his tail.
Yeah. But no, like it's a nice thing. I believe it was Skull last year. I didn't kill him, or I didn't use the items for the woodcutting and agility XP, and I think it was like a million XP I missed out on.
Yeah.
Now I was 99 in the stats, so it didn't really bother that much. But it's free XP you're kind of wasting and giving away. So at the same time, you kind of want to take advantage of it. But anyways, it's a good update. It's not overpowered. It's not going to ruin the game at all. It's a yearly thing. I think the gloves last till about the end of May, and it's definitely worth using. Like I said, like it's not overpowered. So
Yeah,
there's no
it takes 15 minutes to get the both of them, give or take, just because, especially if you go there right when it comes out, within like the first few days, it'll be packed and you only need to get like one hit on them to actually get the rewards. And I'm really looking forward to the new cosmetic gear, the new cosmetic wolf gear that you get along with it, because I need something to go with my Hattie head and cape with a tail.
Yeah, maybe you'll have like wolf claws or wolf paws.
Well, they already have the
Yeah, they got the gloves, but you know, a lot of nails to them, so you look more like a wolf or a stupid tail or something.
No, they
like
won't
that.
make it look that good though, because they already have that stuff for like the loyalty rewards and the Solomon's Store.
Yeah, true.
They can't be giving that away free.
Yeah. Anyways, not too much to talk about that. It's going to be a good week, a good little update. There's nothing wrong with it. It flows nicely with the game. It's a yearly thing, so there's nothing to complain about for that, as long as they keep it the same as they did last year and don't ruin it somehow or nerf the XP. Moving on, we got the desert area tasks. Now, I think the last tasks that came out were, was it Artie?
It was Mauritania.
Oh, Mauritania, yeah. But that was well over a year ago now.
No, I think it was just last year, wasn't it?
Was it? Was that
Yeah,
like the
I remember
mini
actually
game?
like doing it when it pretty much like first came out. So, and I only really started playing again pretty recently, like when the Kiln came out.
Yeah, true. No, I think it was. They put it out when they revamped the whole temple trekking area.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, about almost a year ago now. I don't know the exact date, but time flies anyway, so there's no exact way to tell unless we look for it. Anyways, the desert area tasks. It should be interesting because there's not a ton of things in the desert to do. Although
It's all quest stuff, and
yeah,
it's all stuff that you do once and then you forget about, and then you drop the items from your bank, and then it's gonna make you go get it again. So it's gonna be like getting penguin suits when they come out with penguin quests.
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But I know for a fact there's gonna be pyramid plunder stuff. There'll be like something to do with the pyramids where you can teleport to with the scepter. Um, there'll be a thing for like mining granite. I'm sure will be a easy task. We'll mine one piece of granite. Okay, no problem.
Mine get have one of each different weight of granite in your inventory, and there's gonna be people sitting there mining granite to try and get it all when you can just use a chisel and
Yeah, break it down.
break it down.
Get a big bit and just divvy it up until you finally get a good bit. But yeah, it should be nice. Like it says here, crafting XP, herb lore, and mining. So it's pretty much what you assume, right? There's not too much to do in the desert,
And
but
it says daily rewards, and there's nothing really daily in the desert. And it says rerolls for the Dominion Tower. Dominion Tower, like,
it's been irrelevant since the month after
and
it came out.
the only thing I can think of that would actually deal with rerolls would be if you're trying to do endurance or climber, and it gives you a bad boss, and you want to just be like, oh no, I don't want to fight Nomad right now because I've got 2 rocktails in my inventory, and then you would just get a different boss when you could easily just be like, okay, I'll just claim my rewards now and start all over.
Yeah,
Because there's no penalty.
that's true. The one thing is, it's a little thing here. They didn't really make a big deal of it, but they're gonna kind of buff up to a couple neglected desert weapons, and we did a quick think about it. First things that came to mind is the ancient staff and the dagger that kills Calphites.
Yeah, the Karis.
The Karis dagger.
That might actually come into play with the Calphite King, you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe the Calphite King will come out and it'll be impossible to kill with even a decent group, but then if you've all done the elite desert tasks and you've all got this like souped up dagger, maybe you could take him down.
Hmm.
If they did that, I think that would actually be kind of cool, but
No, it's gonna be a factor. Like, there's no way. Obviously, you can probably still kill the Calphite King because this update will be released a few weeks later. But it's gonna be a factor in making kills faster, or maybe even killing them as a Slayer task faster with the Guardians. So
and I want to see what they do to buff the ancient staff if that is one of the weapons that they're upgrading just for the EOC, because ancients are kind of neglected right now. You only see a few people using it. Mainly they're just using the elemental spells because the weaknesses are right there and it's just more convenient. Plus they're a lot cheaper to cast. So maybe a new ancient staff would be more damaging or something like that.
no, like that's the two weapons we can only think of right now. We haven't really put too much thought into it, but right, those are the first two that come to mind, obviously, because
Well, it's not going to be the enchanted water tiara.
no, yeah, unlimited water runes ×2. No, I don't think so. But
It's not even unlimited water runes. It's just you don't die of thirst when you never have to drink or eat any other time in the game to survive.
yeah, that would be something to do with the tasks also involving that tiara possibly. But anyways, we'll move on because the task situation, we don't really know what it is until it comes out. We're just kind of speculating on guesses right here. But those two weapons, I'm sure there'll be two of the how many ever they do update, and they'll get a nice buff with it. So moving on, we got the demon flash mobs. Now, did one with snowmen like just a week or two ago at the Grand Exchange, and it was a pretty big fail considering it was the last week of December, and they're doing all these special things each week. This has a little bit more potential because they did do it with the goblins in the past, but that's just goblins. No one cares about goblins.
I didn't do the goblin one because I either wasn't playing at the time or just was not interested.
No, and goblins, like, they're level 8. Who cares? You know? Demons, this has potential. They talk about you got to kill them. They're spawned all over the world, even the wilderness. It says, and you get some decent rewards. I think you get a kit, Slayer armor, some Demon Slayer armor. So we'll see what it's like. It says it's equal to dragon armor, although it does look a lot nicer. But
Yeah,
like,
it looks a lot nicer, which kind of annoys me because I've got two sets of like almost full dragon armor in my bank. I've got two chains and then two of the plate skirts with the spiky ornamental thing on it, and obviously I wear that because it's red.
yeah,
Obviously, but this set, based on the concept art, it looks pretty cool. And considering the concept art that they did a while back for the range armor, and then when they came out with the armor rework for that, how good it looked, I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also intrigued that it says a demon general that spawns at the end of the flash mob.
yeah,
So
like a little boss for that. But the question is, how strong will it be, and will you, if you die, will you lose your shit outside the wilderness at least?
well, if it's outside the wilderness, I'm sure you'll get your gravestone.
Hmm.
Unless you DC as soon as you die, in which case you only got your little 5 minute window.
Yeah, good luck depending where it spawns. But no, like it's got potential. Like I said, everything behind the scenes sounds interesting. And then when it comes out, it's either like it is or it kind of fails on the potential it had. This one, if it is an update for the full week, just having this, it'll be interesting because until people know where exactly they spawn, or unless it gives you a message saying, "Hey, go here," there's no real way to find them.
And if the armor that you get off of it is tradable, that's another factor. Because that could become.
So yeah, we'll see. End of the week, it depends. It says as good as Dragon Armor, maybe it degrades after 5 minutes, and that'll be it. Maybe once it's done, it's done, or maybe once it's degraded, there's no way to fix it, and it'll be half as crap. So, like I said,
Even if it's just cosmetic, it still looks decent if that's what you're into.
yeah, if you're one of those people that's like to run around, stand in banks with some outfits, then this is for you.
Hey, fletching is a viable skill.
Yeah, until you're done. And finally, we're not going to spend too much time on this because we personally don't care. The Squeal of Fortune and Solomon's General Store, they're going to be doing some little stuff for construction training packs, God Statue Distraction Diversions. That could be okay if you get one for free because it'll let you reroll and save a week if you're after those statues. I think it's a 30-week thing to do. I don't know. I've only done
Plus,
like two.
if you're looking for construction experience just to get up to 90 for player-owned ports, if some people don't have that, I know I don't, but I don't really think Squeal of Fortune's gonna help me get there. Just my thoughts on it.
No, it's a smart little thing they've done with this like Solomon Store. The Squeal of Fortune's pretty bad. If they got rid of that, I wouldn't care. The Solomon Store is good for players if they're looking to buy little things and they want to do stuff like that. Us personally, we don't get involved in it. We just don't care. But it will be good. There's also a couple things to come in the future with the large boost to summoning XP and a bunch of stuff like that. So overall, it looks like a pretty good month. I'm not gonna lie. Squeal of Fortune stuff aside, it should be pretty nice. Obviously, the main thing here is the Calphite King, and everyone is waiting for it. So we will see what it's like then. And the Haiti Wolf and Friends is obviously another good one. It should be 3 good weeks in a row, don't you think?
Yeah.
And then depending on how the Demon Flash Mob ends up, we'll have to pretty much just wait and see. Overall, based on what it's written right here, I'd probably give the month a 7 or 8 out of 10, but we'll wait and see what it actually comes like. And in the end, we'll see you next time.
See ya.